Ooh.
Do we remember what happened last time on
Dragon Ball Z.
I almost died.
Yep, you almost died.
We went on a hard spacewalk, and a lot of people had a hard time, but I had a good time.
Want to do the recap then? Just a good time.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Good Time.
All right, I'll do it all in Finn's perspective.
Mr. Good Time, give me a cap.
Okay. We needed to go inside of a gas giant to pull out a Terran station that was still there. We did it. Our engines started to die, so we had to go out and restart them. We almost people got thrown off. A couple people got thrown off and almost died. Pat's right.
And then they
Someone
didn't.
almost lost their head because they decided to stand up. Don't know who that is.
No.
Who could have been? But we ended up actually going and restarting our engines and fixing everything that has gone that went wrong, and now we have the space station out, and we are currently preparing to go inside to get loot that we all rightfully deserve. Having a good time.
That we rightfully deserve.
Rightfully deserve. It's our birthright.
As scavengers,
Right.
salvagers.
I'm Terran. What do you mean? It's my birthright. What do you mean?
I would love to see a Terran that's like, I'm Terran, so all Terran technology is my birthright.
That's mine.
It belongs in the
birthright is mine.
museum.
I'm reclaiming it for my people.
All right. Well, let me scroll up there. Yeah. So, once more, the glorious leader, the captain, has informed everyone that it's time to get ready, as the away teams are going to investigate the station. So, suit up your cogs. If you want to be on the away team, you can be. Security, non-negotiable. You need to be on the away team. Everyone else, it's up to you.
Out of character, what is away team?
The people
Going on
going
the
to the
ship.
station.
On the station.
So if you want to do something this session, you're on the away team.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I stay.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's just like, it's like everyone's fighting for their lives, and then it just flashes back to two who's like gently bobbing his foot and reading a magazine, and it like is dead quiet, and there's just the very crisp sound of a page turn, and then it goes back to everyone screaming.
I could see him just like putting the tea up to his like mask and letting it drip down his mask. and sitting it down. He's just like tink, drip, 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 sets it back down.
Oh, I see what it is, Hana.
What of it?
It's on first floor,
What
isn't
of
it?
it?
It's first floor, right? Right here? 6?
It's 6. God damn it, wrong floor.
The 6 or 5?
6.
Now he has to wait for the elevator.
He went to the wrong. It's like, I'm here. Damn it.
Wrong floor. I've been here for how many years now?
Lauren may or not have just slipped through the vents to get there.
Nice.
Nice.
Passes Finn, sitting there waiting for the fucking.
I feel like I'm in a horror movie with Hana behind me.
Run.
Alright.
Do 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 do.
Hello.
I just imagine like everyone's walking normally. She just peeks around the corner. Hello, everyone. Ah! Oh, hi, Lauren.
Lauren.
It goes from horror scream to me like, oh, it's Lauren. Hug.
Yep.
I feel like you can't even be mad at Lauren for scaring you anymore.
Oh
It's just,
no,
you
this is a part of
scream
our
and then you get
friendship.
over it.
it's immediate.
Totally.
Happened in like 3 seconds. The slow mo from fear to joy.
Yes.
Some
Where
space here.
did you go, Hannah?
Mac, like, you are the troublemaker, not me.
Max, Precious, and Emma.
And Shin.
I don't have my out of cog token done yet. I'm sorry. So
I don't have incog, so I just have.
Oh shit!
my
I didn't give
board.
those to you. Did I, Chance? Let me get those to you.
Incognito. Oh.
It's all right.
I didn't finish my helmet version, but whatever.
Lauren just breathes space.
I just imagine, like, I got, like, the mental image from, like, SpongeBob when they're, like, doing the filter feeding. Like, that's just what she does.
Well, once everyone's, getting in there, Amanda's taking her sweet time to go and brief you. So instead, you get to have Hash starting off a briefing the situation. Once everyone's, all situated.
Rye refuses.
I know, right?
Right, come. Right,
She doesn't want to be in the same room as Hash.
come.
Oh, I guess Jordan died.
She's
Shameful.
in there.
Oh, she's sideways. Oh my god.
oh boy.
So, well, pretty sure everyone knows here what to expect regarding anything involving, fucking Terran tech. No offense, Celeste. So, but we'll walk it through again. Regardless, company policy. He does via placating gesture of, I'm trying to be professional, but I'm not. So, Terrans like their automated systems, they really like their AIs, they really like their VIs, and they really like their artificial peoples, which were people. All of them are different. Don't let it confuse you. If there's an AI on the station, we'll try to trick it to make it think that we're a maintenance team. That way it doesn't kill us. If that doesn't work, it's going to try to kill us. Let's hope there's no AI. If there's a VI, do not interact with it. And shut down all of your systems, including your HUD. I know it'll suck because it means we'll be going in blind, but we don't want a VI to get into our cogs and start messing around. But if we turn off all of the fancy doodads, it can't live inside of our suits. Rossi already has all the protective measures up, so if there is one or a few more on board, they won't be able to jump on Rossi, so we're good in that regard. If they got a synthetic intelligence there, same ordeal, try to trick it at your maintenance. Don't make elaborate lies, just be very blunt and hope that it's degraded enough that it'll believe you, or shoot it if it looks like it's about to get hostile, or if it is hostile, just shoot it a bunch. Check your corners. We'll try to make sure security people are up ahead when in those situations, but don't stick out your head first. Stick out something else. Just wave like the butt of your rifle, or like if there's no gravity, just like push something to hear any sound as responding to movement. You know, there's a activated turret, or maybe something else. From what the captain says, there's some atmosphere, but it's been sitting around out here for fucking who knows how long, centuries at least. So no life signs. But we know there's some power in different sections. We know there's some atmosphere, so there's clearly some systems keeping shit moving. So just be aware for surprises. Additionally, it should be breathable air, but before we take off our helmets, let's just run a quick scan of the atmosphere, make sure that we're not picking up anything nasty before we take helmets off, alright? I want to hear an all right, because I don't want someone to take off their helmet and all of a sudden start like coughing on like something that we didn't know was there, alright?
All right, all right.
Good, good.
Understood.
Alright. Fantastic. Any questions?
Not for you. Celeste, remind me, how brushed up are you on your Terran?
Ouch. Well, I am fluent in speaking and reading Terran, as all Terrans should be.
But not all are. Just wanted to clarify.
Well, because we're pathetic.
Ow.
Oh, look, I'm a superior over here.
Alright, now, question for you now, Hash.
No, you didn't have anything for me before.
I just had a more important matter I had to address. I still have a question for you. You're still important.
Thank you for clarifying that I'm still important.
It's of
Go on.
course. Are we splitting into groups to cover ground, or staying in a large conglomerate?
We'll probably split into groups. Because there's two main entrances, so we'll have one group check out one entrance, and we'll have the other group check out the other entrance.
That seems reasonable. Then in that case, I believe it would be wise if Celeste was in one group and I, also being fluent in Terran, in the other, so we have someone on both sides capable of understanding any text.
Fair enough.
I'll give a blessing to both groups.
Well, should probably do that one now before the lady comes.
What does he mean?
Amanda.
She don't want blessing?
I guess not.
She's a party pooper.
So I gotta do it twice so I can catch everyone.
Okay.
He just doesn't want Amanda included in the infinitology. He's gatekeeping.
To be well, I mean, Amanda can probably pick up the blessing from the second blessing she gives. So,
How many people can you hit with that?
I can do up to 7 per blessing, and I can do up to 3 blessings per story or event.
It's per story.
Yeah. And that's what this is, right? This is a
Yep.
story.
Yeah, you already used one for the spacewalk, though, right?
Yep.
Well, when do they refresh then?
At the end of the story.
So
Yeah. So,
Is that
so at
like
the end, so at the
a
end of this,
story arc?
so at the end of this mission, then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I only have 2 left right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
2
I'd still
enough.
give 'em, yeah.
I'll take
Yep.
it.
And they will last throughout the entirety of an event. And so an event is a very broad term, but it will last for the entirety of in this situation, it should last for the entirety of your exploration of the station, unless something catastrophic happens while you're on the station, and then that turns into a new event.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
So, like a example is you're going to assault a big scary base, and it's going to be a pain in the ass to get into the big scary base. So the assaulting the big scary base is the first event, and then exploring the base after is a different event. So in this situation, you're exploring a station, so that's the event. If the station was suddenly like, I'm gonna blow up now, then that would be a new event.
That's true.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
I'm just giving examples of like things that you can wrap your head around it better. Because a lot of the stuff in Golden Dark is very open to interpretation.
Right. Well, I would be tempted to hold on to my last one, but then not everyone gets a blessing.
You can give it to just the players.
I could, but I don't want
Fuck
my
the NPCs.
I don't want my NPCs to hate me.
Also, gently gestures to Finn in chat for Gents Queen.
Also, does it take time to do a blessing? I don't know if during a if things turn sour, if I had enough time to give a blessing, anyways.
So the entire thing there is for you, Cal, is you need to spend a resource point to get the language dot of Terran, just because Terran isn't actively taught to a lot of places. So in your situation, like you it could have been just like with Sparks, for example, where there's some phrases you might know, but you didn't really pay a lot of attention to it because you didn't give too much shit about it because you're like, ew, the entire time. So like certain phrases you might understand, certain words you might understand, but you're not fluent in it.
Fair enough.
Dead language.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
I
it's,
just, in character creation, I just assumed you could get our native language, so I was wrong. Oof.
Well, I think most people's native language is common.
Yeah.
Common is the native language.
If you want another language, that's fine.
Yeah,
have to
like
learn
everyone speaks common or, well, a standard or one of the other standards.
Ooh, a good comparison is like if you were Irish, right? You speak English, but some Irish people know Gaelic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I'm just.
It might be like traditionally your language, but your first language is probably English.
I'll also use a other actual character. So Sparks, Jordan's character, was from Rista, which is a Terran planet, or was a Terran planet. But the people of Rista now speak, standard like most people because that's what they interact and learn with, and a lot of the Terran stuff is no longer relevant. But they know a couple phrases in Terran, and they know a couple words in Terran just because of the job they do. Like, because of what everyone's occupation on Rista was, everyone knows what danger is in Terran, and everyone knows what maintenance is in Terran, because those are the two very important things to remember.
So I'm guessing that I could know those phrases since I am a maintenance man, and danger is very probably a good one to know.
Well, it's more so like if you learned it in your background, what it would have been in your background. So like there's just a handful for it. If you want it to be like that, you picked up maintenance and danger, then that could be what you picked up. But it's up to you. It's just like
Yeah. I'm good on languages. I have my universal translation and speech module.
Ooh.
look at you flexing.
Boston.
That's a
I
lot
didn't I didn't mention it throughout the entire briefing, okay? I'm not flexing on the goddamn thing.
I didn't know that was a
No,
thing. Very
Steely.
nice.
You're flexing, Sealy.
I'm just letting everyone know that I have it, so
Man, that would actually
in case something happens. But it's not Rye isn't gonna say anything about it because it seems like everyone has this quite well planned out already.
Again, remind me, Hannah, what was your idea for what we should do once we get down there?
Oh, since they were splitting into two groups, Hana said that he and Celeste should be on separate teams because
Yeah.
both of them are fluent in Terran.
Yeah.
And us and the two engineers need to split up too, so that's great. So I guess Finn's with Celeste. Yay!
Alrighty.
Well, you can all stick together as a big player blob.
Mm-hmm. If we have the option, though, should we take it?
Everything's gonna be fine.
And then these four will stick together. And then y'all can just be a big, huge player blob. And Hash will be like, oh, I see how it is.
Well, if the NPCs are gonna hold us against us, an actual fucking
No, it will not be held against you in character. It's just Hash will jokingly hold it against you. But
But we
there
all
will
knew
be-
Hash would go with Celeste. There was no
Yes.
question.
There was no question.
So cute.
Aw.
Wait, but it only makes sense to have one of us go with it because it would be even.
Oh, is Amanda coming with us?
Amanda is indeed coming with y'all.
Did she
Okay.
make it in time
Never
for
mind,
the
it's
second
now even.
blessing?
She
Lauren will
would have,
wait.
but she
unless
wouldn't-
Lauren knows that she doesn't want it.
Lauren would know that she doesn't buy into that religious stuff.
Okay. No plus one for her.
She's the only NPC on here who's like you. Everyone else is like, whatever.
Make you feel better?
Yeah, it would make sense to. Oh no. Just to have it even, my OCD is gonna go fucking nuts.
It's okay.
I mean, we can split into two groups if wanted. I don't care
Yeah,
either way. It's up
it's-
to y'all.
It's just
Mm.
up to y'all if you want to have a NPC. Well, if you want to be with if you want them to like be split up evenly, or if all the players want to be in the same area.
I mean,
I mean, it would be
What-
safe to have even split,
Mhm.
but
Yes?
What was that, Con?
yes, Con?
I think Khan's trying to contact her people.
Monkey? Monkey?
Oh, you don't want to split the party?
Generally, no.
Hey, if you
I wish
Alright.
other people shared that fear.
I do? It's just. my
Clerics in
OCD
the
's gonna-
back keep the fighters hailing hardy.
Mhm.
Ay, ay, ay.
We could all stay together. I mean, it's supposed to be a big ship, right?
Yeah,
Big
Station.
shit.
And
we should stay together. It's just
I'm
my
just
OCD
like,
is gonna
we
wanna
have the
kill me.
choice.
right, there's no time component anymore, right? Because we maneuvered that.
Yep, it's the time component has been neutralized.
So yeah, we can move as one big group. Halls should be more than accommodating if it's supposed to be a big ship.
Yeah, if you want to split up once we get there and sort things out.
But it's a big ship, bro. It's gonna take a while, but
Yeah.
Got nothing but time.
Might as well find everything.
we could be
we can.
caught. Is the thing too.
We don't
Um,
happen to have any schematics or anything of this ship, right? We are going in blind.
The only schematics you have are very, very rough from what the ship scanners can detect.
Okay.
And,
Do
like,
we want?
and that's basically like there's 6 floors. 2 of the floors are for like living areas. And then 3 of the floors are major like just open spaces with some other spaces. And then the 6th floor is just basically the sensor relay thing. And there's and you just know it exists.
Very well. Our entrance points then.
Well, there's 2. Technically, there's more than 2, but there's only 2, because the other one's very sketchy. So the escape pod launch bays, all the escape pods are gone, so that doesn't bear very well. And then there's also a damaged section on the southwestern side of it. Looks like it might lead into the 4th or 2nd floor. It's hard to tell. The damage is pretty extent from that explosion.
And which floor is the escape pod entrance on?
The escape pod entrance one. He picks up his notes. The fourth floor. Everyone can just see him like kind of like his display opens up. He looks at it. The fourth floor.
Mm-mm.
If you want, Hash, I can do that part since you seem to be so forgetful. Amanda says, stepping into a room at long last. She's crossing her arms in agitation.
As it should be.
So, sure, Hash briefed everyone on the security side of things. I guess I'll tell you all the other side of things of what to look for, what not to look for, what to touch, what not to touch. If you find a medical area, don't touch anything. That means you
Why?
Well, the escape pods are gone, so that could mean multiple things. But most likely, there was a call for them to abandon the station, and then after they launched the escape pods, they went back into the atmosphere of the gas giant. So, it's possible that this was not just a listening post, but also a research station, and they were messing around with things and they got sick. So, if there's any signs that there was a quarantine that occurred, do not take off your helmets whatsoever. As I'm sure he already said, let's do a nice little scan before we test to see if we should be breathing in the atmosphere. We don't want to get sick. Additionally, the reason why we don't want to touch any of their medical equipment is because from all records that we did manage to scrounge up, there's not a lot. But for most listing posts, their medical stations have dedicated VIs. So we don't want to accidentally activate that if there is one inside there.
Out of character, what does VI stand for?
So VI is virtual intelligence,
Okay.
AI is artificial intelligence, and synth is synthetic intelligence.
What is the difference?
So an AI is a artificially just constructed thing. It's just basically a advanced computer that's capable of like semi-thought. A VI is sapient. And
Okay.
a synthetic can be sapient, or it can just be a advanced computer. They're normally used for drones, though.
Okay, so it's the in between.
Yeah.
Got it.
They're also sometimes biological, but they're not, human. So it's
Android.
synth is a
kinda.
larger thing. It's spooky, but yes.
Okay.
Ugh, imagine being sapient and stuck in a computer for 500 years.
Come
Dabs.
on. You might go insane.
There's a reason they're telling us to turn off our cogs if we come into contact with one, or turn off our thing.
But that scary stuff aside, we can move on to the fun things of looting because we're all grave robbers here. So, any personal equipment that you can find, like tablets, communication devices, data pads, those are all worth a lot of money. Don't break them, just collect them. Don't break them, just collect them because they're very valuable. Of course, Terran credits, if you can find any. People pay enormous amounts of money to get those collectibles. Anything that the Terrans deemed collectibles, little, knickknacks here and there. It's a military station, so there's probably not too much of those. But if you can find them, those can go for quite a large sale. Additionally, terminals, very expensive. Just leave those alone. Don't boot up anything unless you have to boot up something. Mostly because we don't want to accidentally damage anything. Try not to break any electronics. Try not to break any of the doors if you can help it. I understand that we might need to use some force, but the least amount of things we break, the higher the value everything is. And oh, I almost forgot. If someone does find any weapons or anything else which is, well, very good Terran equipment, unfortunately, we are not going through with the what you find is yours, what you find is ours. She gestures to the entire group. So don't try to lay any claims, don't get attached to anything, and we'll sort things out after that point. If something shoots you, shoot it back. I don't want you to die. Your lives are more valuable than some extra credits. I enjoy credits, but your lives are more valuable. So please do not feel the need that if there's a dangerous situation, not to act on your own behalf, because that's more important. Hana, you
Hello.
specifically, don't do anything weird.
What does that mean?
Was that laugh in character?
From Ram?
Hmm?
Yeah.
No, you'd just see him raise an eyebrow.
Damn.
She clasps her hands together. All right.
A question.
Yes.
You said don't begin any protocols or anything like that. Do we have permission, should there be any stocks or saves, to open those if a code or something of the like is required?
Yes. So it's like I said, if you need to use a terminal, then use the terminal. If you need to access something, then access something. It's just if you don't need to, don't do it. Like if something's already on and it's just displaying information for you, feel free to look at that information. Feel free to have a little bit of a gander. Just we don't know what the station was doing, but it's sophisticated enough that they were probably doing something important, and well, that important information might be protected, and we don't want that important information to get destroyed because it's probably very valuable. But well, if you have to use the terminals again, use them. It's end of the day, us securing the station is more important than us not securing the station. That aside, I am sure Hash here, hello, already told you about the two entrances. I did. Fantastic. So, let us split into our groups, and, well, if someone has a preference, they can raise that preference.
Well, given
Chop,
there
chop.
given there is 6 floors in total, we could easily split it so that whoever enters through the 2nd floor handles the exploration of 1, 2, and 3, and the remainders who enter through the 4th handle 4, 5, and 6. Thoughts?
Normally, I would agree. Hash nods and he will then jump in, but the damage to the station's pretty extensive, so it's completely possible if someone's on the 2nd floor, the only floor they can go to is the 5th.
I see.
We don't know what the layout's looking like, but from the external damage, it's pretty significant. We theoretically could access every floor from the external entrance, but I just don't trust some of those areas. There's a lot of unstable looking, well, parts. And when Quentin had a look over of it, he agreed.
I see.
There goes that one.
But if it works out, it works out. We'll maintain contact unless we don't need to maintain contact.
Very well. Shall we split into our groups then?
I guess we shall.
Sounds good.
All right, so where are the groups going to be, and what entrance do y'all want? Do you want to enter from the escape pods or from the crawling through the debris?
Good question. Oh, one thing, Hannah, you should stick close to one of the security people. Any one of them.
It's just, it would make sense to have Finn go at the NPCs because having an engineer in both teams would be really nice.
They have an engineer.
Oh, they do. They have that. I forgot. I didn't see her. She's in the
It's just up to player preference if we want to split ourselves up or not.
Quiet, that's all.
No, yeah, that's fair. Never mind. I was being dumb. I didn't see Zai.
I mean, you are the boss engineer, so fair.
If anything broken, I fix it.
They're running away from us. Cowards!
I'm just
So,
having them allocated so I can select them all without selecting rifle.
yeah, if we wanted
Oh,
to do
goodness.
if we wanted to do even team split, it would be 6 and 6,
Mhm.
in which we could either mix and match or so on and so forth.
I mean, up to you guys.
Or-
But yeah, like, I only suggest staying as a group of players because, as I'm sure all of you know, when you split up the group, it kind of slowed down the pace a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I guess staying with everybody, yeah, we could stay as a group.
It's okay, your OCD wouldn't even notice
I-
it half the time.
I think what we can easily do too is have Lauren function as a runner between the two if we absolutely need to.
Leggy legs.
That's true.
Lauren's
Because you know
going to
that
the
Lauren
fucking
can
vents.
just teleport to their location at any point if she is needed.
All she needs is the map of the vents.
The moment she's in, they just hear and she pops out of vent. She's like, "I'm here."
Hello.
I found you.
Oh God!
Oh no.
Everyone gains cold.
I love you, Lon.
She loves you too.
They don't know. They don't know she's coming. It's just do. Hello.
You just hear something rattling in the vents.
The worst
a
part is
slow
it's not
creak.
even do because she moves silently.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's just a slow creak of a vent opening.
Yeah, it's only
Just-
when she's full sprint when sounds happen.
You see the hair.
Oh my god.
slowly
Oh,
slip out of
Finn
it.
heard how that
then-
sounds like. I just realized.
He did.
Ah,
Yep.
he heard it. but
He
didn't
heard it
see
twice.
He did.
They turn a
Doesn't he
corner,
take
like
more
the
cold?
the secondary group turns a corner. Lauren's just there. They're all just like, "Ah! Oh hi, Lauren."
Hello.
Anyway, I think we're doing player group and NPC group.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Kareem, that's bad. Why? So mean. Ow.
Okay, and do you guys want to go in through the escape pods or try to find your way through the external damage entrance?
Well,
Feels like
The
not
d-
going straight to the damage is a good idea.
I would say the damaged areas might have sharp parts and bits that might catch on our suits.
We'll probably have to navigate the damage at some point, but maybe we don't have to start out doing it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, pretty much anywhere. Does the NBC group have a place in mind they want to go first?
Yeah, do
already?
they have any opinion?
Technically they do, but OSCely, no, they do not.
Okay.
Alright, well, if we don't want to fix everything up, what do we want to do then, guys?
I'm okay with any entrance. I don't mind. I just want to get inside and look at Terran things.
Going to
Okay.
the escape pod, there was probably something. If If there was something, not there was probably something.
If
There was
if there's an
probably-
AI still intact, it would be in that area, whereas the debris
Yep.
area would be more smashed up and might be able to find some
Yep.
stuff easier.
Both options have their merits and their downfalls, I say.
I will throw a vote towards debris.
Okay. I'll throw a vote towards escape pods.
I'm trying to think where would be the easiest place to maybe get a map, hopefully.
Well, you know how like emergency exits always have like the "you are here."
Yeah, the fire escape route or whatever.
Yeah.
You
Right, yeah.
are here.
My vote for escape pods then. Then again, if we're coming in through the escape pod area, yeah, we might have to lie to if they have an AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it might be easier for us to lie if we're actually going towards some of the problems.
I mean, we could just say it's easier to access from that area, rather than going in through the dangerous part.
Yeah, okay, you're right. We'll try it. I'm fine with that. Escape pods, my vote.
And Bree?
There's Bree.
Bree?
Hi.
Hi.
Whoa.
I got assassinated by my internet.
Seems so.
What did I miss? I apologize.
We're chucking out votes. Got any opinions?
Oh, I had voted for the breached hull.
Okay. That's 2 votes for damage, 2 votes for the pods.
I am. I can't vote. I.
You can. You have the power. Believe in yourself.
But I don't care.
Which
You
one do
need
you
you
want
anymore,
more?
Who voted what?
Hannah and was it Lorne? Voted for the breach, and Ryan Ram voted for the escape pods.
Oh, it's a tie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't collected a vote from Mindy or two.
Yep.
The breach toll might be easier.
Okay.
Might be an easier time.
Wrath, if you're listening, do you have any opinions?
As well as you, Kareem?
No opinion from me.
Do we want to go into the damaged area of the ship or through the escape pods? Okay.
All right, Kareem. You need to make it. You need to have an opinion now.
Why the
You have no
fucking-
choice. There's no
Oh
choice
man.
option here, Wrath.
Escape pods or debris.
You are a tiebreaker.
I don't like being the tiebreaker. Too
Well, you
stressed.
should have. Well, you should have voted before then, silly.
Mm-hmm.
Flips a coin in my head.
Do a D2, it's all good.
Reality 2.
Alright, we're gonna do it. 2 is escape pods. 2. Doing that.
All right, escape pods it is.
I like to imagine they're like voting, and then they ask 2, and 2 like sits there as if he's thinking like really complicated stuff. He's really trying to figure it out. And he
Flip
just
that
rolls
coin.
it. He just flips a coin in his head. He's like 2.
All
He,
right.
like, he does a virtual coin so it shows up in his
Yeah, I was gonna
HUD.
say the
Yeah.
This
coin
isn't cog, it's
animation.
virtual coin. It just displays on his visor just a coin.
It's
Everything is so
rabbit.
dark.
Yep, everything's so dark.
Zoom out.
Yes. The void.
Familiar friend.
It shall be a familiar friend. For right now, it's an acquaintance. It's only an acquaintance.
Oh, there we are. Oh, this ship is huge. Okay.
Oh yeah, here we go.
The reason it's so big is because I have all the floors on this one
Oh.
map. So your nice little squares there represent the bundles of escape pod launches. All of them are empty, so all the escape pods have been launched.
Nice.
So before you can get there, though, everyone needs to do a everyone needs to, close up their cogs, put in, make sure that your oxygen tanks are working, and I need everyone to make a first roll of the day. Hey,
First roll of the session.
Brawn Athletics to
Brawn it!
do a nice spacewalk to the location where you're going. If someone happens to have a grappling hook,
I do actually.
Are you close?
Wait, do I?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Never. I thought I did. I lied. Wait, I do.
If
Never mind. I lied again.
My goodness. If someone has a grappling hook, they can instead make a quickness shooting to basically create a tether that then people can crawl upon without having to roll.
No one.
I have one. I have one. I have one.
Tron Athletics is better than me for me, so I'm doing that.
Grappling hook.
Remember, everyone has
Go.
+1.
Oh,
Oh.
hang
Oh,
on, let me make
can't.
that up.
Oh, I forgot
We
about
have
that.
+1.
Alright, no, this too.
Real quick. Nice.
If you already got more than if you got one or more successes, you don't need to roll your
Yeah.
extra die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't spam my feed, damn it.
Why am I
You get
having
spammed.
trouble?
Because you're long.
2 successes. Oh, but that's
But I
That
have
was-
no negatives and 0 gravity.
You're right. You're not. But you still failed.
Sad.
No, no.
I just need it from you. 2? Yep, I just need 2s. Oh. 2 already did it, never mind.
Is this
Mhm.
climbing?
This is not climbing.
Damn
So,
yeah, man.
everyone else, you're able to get there pretty easily. Thankfully for you, Lauren, Rise there to save the day with your grappling hook that you can, kind of get onto as you kind of lost your footing and you started to do a little bit of a floaties away. It was a little bit scary, but Rise thankfully there to save the day with your grappling hook.
That's what rocket boots are for.
I have those too.
Oh,
rocket boots.
If you had rocket boots,
Yeah, I have jet boots.
Do you want to
You're-
waste the fuel?
if you want to use a fuel, you're golden.
I mean, she wouldn't have known. She would have been saved, so yeah.
Okay, but well, you would have seen, the grappling hook thing. So you
Okay.
have a choice to use
If I
the
can
grappling
conserve, yes, I will.
Thumbs up. All right, but everyone's able to reach your destination.
Nice.
I need to scroll down.
Thank you, Space Jesus, for that +1.
Yes.
I just got jump scared by my cat again.
Congratulations.
Dash.
You! How
Just
dare you be
meow.
so rude to the
Just,
sub?
I just heard
So-
"Meow" in the background.
So you get to the escape pod doors. These ones, there is no windows to them, but each of the doors does have a small control panel, and as you're all going through them, it is only this one that I'm painting right now, which has power going to a control panel. All the others are dead.
Okay.
So, In this case, you have two options available to you that are which are immediately apparent. You might be able to think of something else, so don't act like those would be only two things, but there's two which are immediately apparent. The first is to cut through the airlock, which would be not very Gucci. The second is to, well, of course, try to hack the panel and gain access through a legitimate means.
How
Try
will we
not
do
to break
that?
things. Yeah.
Okay. So if someone would like to attempt to access the door controls, that will be a brains computers,
Oh,
and
really?
thankfully, you have two people who are able to help translate some of the letters and words, some of the letters, words, and numbers. And because
Two?
it
Oh,
is a well, Rai has the translator, and
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that.
and because of that,
I need to remember.
and because it is a very simple device, there will be no penalty for the translation.
Nice.
I heard the translating numbers. Aren't numbers universal?
Nope.
Everyone else uses slightly different numbers than what the Terrans did.
Since when have math has always been universal?
Bruh,
Why
have
change
you,
math?
Have you ever seen a Chinese number? I don't think you have.
The reason the Terrans completely changed their language because they didn't want people to know how to do their stuff.
You can't change math. What the fuck? Math is math.
very
Change
American of you,
symbols,
Cal.
though.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the difference between.
Math is universal. What?
I mean, it's the difference between like Cthulhu math and our math. Like it's completely different. They have completely different.
Before the Middle East came up with Arabic numerals, everybody had their own systems, and it wasn't widely spread. And it wasn't. You go with it. It's fine.
Okay.
Mhm.
It just hit me different of translating numbers. It's like, what?
Yeah. So I gotta do that.
Is Wrath here to make roll?
I don't know.
If we call him, he will come. Hurrah! Say his name 3 times.
Alright, since Wrath is apparently dead, I will make someone else roll. Someone roll me a 1d6.
No, he's here. Look, we summoned him.
Now Wrath is here.
It's just a delayed response. The mirror's lagging.
Ah, yes, mirror lag.
We're hacking to get in through one of the.
I heard my name.
Yes, here you are. We're hacking to get in through one of the escape pods. We need your computer
Mhm.
expertise.
Okay. Hacking?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Very sorry.
No good, no good.
It is fine.
I will make you sorry.
That's D6s. That's D6s. I did greater than 8. That's better.
You have a +1 from Lauren as well.
Yes, I threw on the +1 already.
Nice.
Oh, that scared me. It was like, oh, we've already first roll of the day. Like, it's like,
First
we botched it.
Correct fail.
I'm
First crit fail.
multitasking. Could you tell me what that is?
2.
2 successes? Alright, so it's... The door's security is unlike anything you've really encountered before, Mindy, but you are able to eventually get through. It just took you longer than you had expected. Like... Why was it so hard? Really? But then the door opens, and you're also even able to then determine that, oh, thank goodness, it's sealed on the other side too, creating an actual airlock, and it does, from what you can kind of tell, and thanks to others helping translate for you, seems like the airlock function will help because there is atmosphere on the other side of, well, the next sealed door.
Okay. But not on this. Not in this side, right?
Yeah, no.
Definitely not. Okay.
So you're
We
all
okay to
able.
enter?
Well, if you want to enter, you can.
Let's get inside.
I'm not going to force you to enter it.
Alrighty. Hey,
The
Mr.
security
Security Man,
crashed.
wanna come with me too? Thank you.
Our big walls of beef taking damage for us, so we may not take time.
So the
Steak.
big airlock itself is more than large enough for everyone to fit into. So I am going to preface with this map is very much a representation of scale. It's not one for one. I also don't have all of the rooms drawn out on this map because that would take literally forever.
Okay.
So I have the overall shape of rooms, well, sections to be more accurate, and I'll just give descriptions of what's inside those areas.
Okay.
So everyone's able to fit into the third airlock. And Mindy, you already managed to get the access control, at least for this airlock. You're able to punch in the numbers. The door behind everyone seals once more. And then you feel, first, you feel gravity come back. Then you can see as the atmosphere is suddenly pumped into this room to equalize it before the door in front of you slowly slides open. And in the process, revealing not a very good scene.
Oh.
Give me just one moment as I reveal stuff.
I'm not ready.
Yep, there we go.
I did not see that bitch.
Oh,
Oh, that's dead people.
that's a lot of dead people.
Nice.
They didn't even make it to the people probably got to the escape pods first.
So as the door opens, the first thing you can tell is there is very, very light gravity in this area, but it's basically inside the airlock. It's very light, but but it's apparent on the other side of this airlock there's no gravity, as there's dozens of bodies floating aimlessly. You can see there's bits of crystalline blood here and there, and more importantly, none of these people are wearing suits of any kind. They're wearing dress uniform, or casual clothes, and most of them look to be partially mummified.
Okay.
And it's obvious that these people didn't die by natural causes or even asphyxiation. You can see bullet holes for some of them, energy impacts against others. Floating amidst them are spent casings and cartridges here and there. These people were all executed. Likely, and judging from the shots, most of them were shot from behind.
So someone got on board. That's not good.
That or something else happened. Something went wrong.
Can I roll a medical on that? Are they all similar in area? Like, were they running before they got shot? Were they all calm before they got shot, sort of thing?
Unfortunately, you can't get that information anymore because they are partially mummified and their positions have indeed changed since that point in time. They've been dead for a long time.
Okay. Can I tell if where they got shot is the same in all of them?
Yeah, you can indeed roll for that. That'll be an attention medical.
Let's see. Does in the field count for this?
Yep.
All right. So that should be this. Jesus.
So the first thing you're able to determine as everyone begins to first see this event is it looks like, judging from some of them, like there's more bodies than I actually have shown here, but most of them were shot in the back. There's some who look like they got shot in the chest, so maybe they like twisted to see what was going on. Some got completely ripped right through. There's definitely some shots that were missed, because you can see the impacts against some of the walls here and there. It looks like there's a couple sections of the wall where there's like the plastered, still some remnants of the now brown stains of blood against certain sections of the wall and even the floor, where it looks like someone at some point was executed there, still alive. So this was a very, you can tell, Rai, that this was a methodic killing. These people went towards these escape pods, and as you all start to move in, as you're inspecting the bodies, you're the first one to notice it, right? But it looks like some of them died trying to force the airlock doors to open. It looks like the control panels on some of these doors have been ripped off as they were trying to desperately open them up. Others look like they try to shoot at the doors themselves to make them open, but alas. And as the rest of you come and you can see the same thing, and I need everyone to make me a cool.
Here we go. First cool. Watch me go insane, because I don't have very much cool.
I would like to dedicate this cool to Space Jesus.
Space Jesus. I forgot we had a +1.
Chance, is this for cold?
It's cold. Ram's feeling pretty hot.
Ram don't give a shit.
Oh!
That
what?
crit fail.
That is indeed a crit fail.
Didn't we talk about? We
Panic
just
attack.
talked about what happens there too.
Thank goodness.
Wow, we've got
I-
2 crit fails.
So,
2?
Yeah, straight cold, Wrath.
Oh,
Wait, what
God.
do you mean we have 2 crit
Two.
fails?
Two has the crit fail, I think.
Is that a
right?
crit fail? That's only one
Two-
fail though. That's
No,
not.
no, 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 no. That's my bonus.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God.
2 is alright.
Two's
He
fine.
still has 3 dice which aren't.
Whew.
Okay.
I just
Alright.
got fucked
Alright,
across
2.
the board.
You're 2. You really don't like this at all. Like this ain't fighting. These people weren't fighting. These people were just murdered. And that's, whew, that ain't very cool. If you could bump up your cool by 1, you are feeling a bit rattled, like you're kind of shaken up by this like horrific event. How that affects your character is up to you. There's no penalties involved. Thumbs up.
Can we just have a look-see, make sure that whatever hostile it was isn't still here?
Well, you will be able to do that in just a moment,
Okay, cool.
as I then describe the next thing. So,
I
first thing
panic.
first, Cal, I need you to roll me another cool check.
Oh God. Okay.
This one's a void.
Ooh.
All right, you're good. You're good.
Whew.
You're not gaining a void, but you do. You also only go up to rattled. You're not going to panicked. Like you had a moment of just like a slight moment of hysteria as you just saw what happened, and like all of your life you've been told about how great and awesome Terra is and how great their technology is. You've always been kind of interested in it, but then just seeing this, like, it reaffirmed your beliefs of that, like, you shouldn't be proud of this. And these people were Terrans. These people got executed by someone, by something. What could have done it? And it's pretty horrifying, but you're able to rein yourself in and you're just taking a few common breaths. And again, you're in the rattled area, just like 2. How that's affecting your character is up to you. Again, there's no penalties right now.
How would I mark that down to make sure I remember that? Because I don't see
So on your cool sheet, on your actual sheet, you just change the rattle to a purple. Or
Okay.
if you are tracking it on, and if you're tracking on your HPVC, same thing, you just change the 1 to a purple.
Okay, I will do that. Oh god, I am clicking everything that's wrong.
Alrighty. I will. Well, the civilians are so big because reasons TM.
They're all fat.
They're all fat. It's just kind of representative. There's groups of them.
Is I know a couple. I know a couple people wanted to do things. Should we just go in order, or how do we want to?
Yeah. So let's do a nice, calm, orderly thingamajig here. First come, first serve. So, who'd like to go first?
Just let me do these scans, bro.
All right.
My
Finn,
man's
slight
paranoid.
panic. Poor Finn.
I actually have a question. Can I just do multiple now, or do you want me to wait, like do one and then?
What scans do you want to do?
I want to do the bio and then the movement tracker. Just make sure nothing else here is in like the hallways or near us is gonna fucking jump out and eat us.
All right. Well, if anyone wants to make a movement or bio tactical bio scanner, you can do that right now. And just clarify which of the two of them are, just so.
So do just one, not I can only do
You
one.
can do both. You can do both. But anyone can.
Would it be prudent to have to run a radiation scanner?
If you'd like, you could.
Do you think it'd be a good idea to do that?
All right. Which one is yours? There, Ram.
It's movement.
Okay.
Would it be a good idea to run a? It wouldn't hurt to do that, right?
If you'd like to make it, you can. So, like, if anyone is making a scanner check, you can make it. Just let me know what it is.
Okay, what do I roll for a scanner check? I can't remember.
A scanner check is a attention scanners plus the amount of dice you have in that scanner.
Okay, so I have 1 in the scanner, so that's scanners 1, brains that's 5 dice, I think. 6 if I count as a blessing.
Was he able to do that? Okay.
One success on the rad scanner.
Okay. You're detecting very faint radiation. Enough that if you decided to like have a nap here, naked, for like 20 hours, you'll have problems.
Yeah, luckily we're not there.
But
I
yeah,
have shielding too, just in case.
But yeah.
Just need to
Alright.
make sure, just so we don't, stay here too long, just in case.
Alrighty. So, with your scanners, you are not picking up any movement anywhere nearby, and you are not picking up any biosignatures anywhere nearby, except for your friends that are currently with you.
Is it well lit inside here?
No, it is very much not well lit. There is there's a couple sections where there's something glowing, but its power seems to be very low.
So I'm guessing low lights visors are gonna be very good here.
Yep, or flashlights, because everyone has flashlights.
I'll just use my low light visor. No need to announce presence with light. It is fine.
As you decide that, 2 turns on his flashlight.
God damn it.
Alright, so all of you can start moving yourselves in, unless there's something else that people want to do.
Finn's just slightly panicking, but it's fine.
You're
Sorry,
screwed.
break.
Hano, as he moves in and has his flashlight on, is going to be examining the points of impact both on the corpses and the walls to try and gauge what sort of weapon fired upon them. And he
So-
will also. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no. You go on because you're not done yet.
Okay. While he's doing that, he will also make contact with the other group and be like, "We have a large amount of casualties at the escape pod bay."
You hear from your glorious leader, Hash. We haven't yet reached our side, but we found we have found a couple casualties to embed in some of the wreckage here.
Embedded.
Does it look like environmental death? Or...
These ones, yeah.
Alright, well, it should be duly noted
nope,
on our
nope.
side.
Never mind. He was embedded after he got shot.
Then we are in the same situation.
All right, security personnel. If you see something that looks kind of scary and it looks hostile, take it down.
Acknowledged.
It's been 500 years, but you know how Terran tech is. Sorry, Celeste. As he cuts the comms.
I like how he says all this stuff and then always just follows it up with Starceless. What would be the role?
So you have two options here, and there is
Mhm.
different outcomes. A brain shooting or a attention science.
Ooh, both are good. What would be the difference, kind of, in...
That would be telling. However,
Well, no, I mean, like...
no,
like...
I
Oh, okay.
understand. Don't worry. So